Hi Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. If you're new here, I'm in Northwest Arkansas and this is a channel about cross stitch and other crafts. And today is Friday, October 4th, and it's Flosstube number 4. So 4 is my favorite number, so it's going to be a great day. I'm off work today. It's a company holiday, and my husband is off fishing with his brother and dad, and my boys are in school, so it's a perfect opportunity to have a quiet house so that I can record an update for you guys. I don't have a lot of stitching. I do have some, but it's been a busy month. October is such a fun month, and there's a lot going on with football. Both of my younger boys are in band, and so they're doing drumline, and with the football season, they're really busy right now, which keeps us busy. And I just finished decorating the house for Halloween. And so I will share that with you guys in a Halloween tour if you'd like to see that. I don't do the scary, gory stuff. I like the cutesy things, so it's a not so scary theme overall, and I'd be happy to share that with you if you'd like to see. I am going to show you some clips today of some of the vignettes and things that I've created that are stitching and crafty related. But if you want a full house tour, let me know in the comments. I did share one for fall, and it's on my channel now if you haven't seen that yet and want to check it out. Today I am going to go through what I've been working on stitchy wise, share a couple of crafts, and also just with my scrapbooking, and I can start there too, I guess, and get the non-stitchy things out of the way for those of you who are just here for the stitching. But obviously, it's October has started. It's October 4th, as I said, and I have started working on my October daily. So if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I participate in a month-long project in October and December that is memory keeping based. And in October, it's called October Daily. So every day in October, I scrapbook one story and I add it to the album. So at the end of the month, I have a completed album of memories and stories for that, things that we have going on in this season. And so I actually started working on this like late September to try and just kind of work ahead a little bit. And if you're on Instagram, you will see me post these in stories every morning. So today I shared story 4, which is all about my crafts. So this is in my stitching. So this was the core line that I shared in my last update. That was my finish last time. And some other crafts and things that I've been working on. These are the shrinky dinks that I shared in my last video. But yeah, so I like to document things that I'm working on so I can, it's just fun to look back and see what the things that I've made and, other fall activities that we've done, things that we're doing this time of year. So it's fun to have all this curated in an album. So I'm also working on a band album. These albums are Ali Edwards, if you're not familiar. Most everything I do for memory keeping is Ali Edwards. I do really love her products. But this one is just a band book for my senior in high school now. Here's his senior cap and gown pictures that he just got back. They turned out so good. But so as things happen throughout the year, the school year, for band specifically, I will print off the pictures and I just keep a running album for him for the year. And I've completed 2 of these so far. One is his freshman, sophomore year. The second one is the end of sophomore year and his junior year. And then this one will be specifically for his senior year. So I'll give those to him when he graduates, and he'll just have a collection of memories and pictures and things that he can look back on when he's older. So that's my scrapbooking update. The next thing that I will share is a little craft that I did for the entryway. So we have a large circle mirror in the entryway. And for the Halloween season, I went online and found some like black bat silhouettes. And so you see all over the internet, probably Pinterest, if you're not on Instagram, but also on Instagram, people are sharing those plastic bats that they, put all over their house in Halloween time for the season. And I like that idea, but I thought I could make my own and make them unique, make them different. So I purchased this foam stuff at Hobby Lobby. This is the label. It's just called Silly Winks foam sheets. And I used black. This is just like my stash that I keep, but I wanted to show you that label in case you're interested. But I went out on the internet and I printed off, I searched bat silhouettes and I printed off a few that I liked and in various sizes and cut those out and traced them onto those foam sheets. And so then I cut them out of the foam sheets and I used command strips to hang them. So I will insert some video here so that you can see what that looks like. It's a really fun way to decorate and make things a little spooky, but not so scary. So I'll include that footage here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. It's fun to make stuff like that and quick and easy, and you can get your kids involved too. It's relatively easy for them to do, to trace and cut if they're a certain age. So that's a fun little activity. The next thing I'll share is, let's see, another thing that I was working on over the last couple of years is I printed off pictures of our kids and nieces and nephews of them trick-or-treating, dressed up in their costumes. That's us at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party in Magic Kingdom and Disney World. Just various pictures of them when they were little. My kids are pretty older. They're older now. My youngest is 13, so they're not babies anymore. Look at this one. It's so cute. That's my niece, Lily. Hi, Lily, if you're watching. And our youngest, Jacob. They dressed up as Jake and the Neverland Pirates, and his name is Jacob. So it was a perfect little fit that year, and I just love that picture. I forget what her name is. Is it Lizzie? You'll have to remind me about that, Lily. I can't remember what her name was, but his name in the little, it was a Disney Junior show, was Jake. So he was Jake the pirate, the Neverland pirate that year. But I printed off a bunch of my favorite pictures from when they were little. And I went out and just purchased some cheap frames at Walmart and also Hobby Lobby. And sometimes the frames come with those mats that are in there already. So I took the mats out and I covered them with a Halloween themed fabric. And so this is that same picture of them with some fabric. I think most of this fabric came from Joann's, but I attached I used Mod Podge to adhere the fabric to the mat. And then I cut it out and around, and I kind of finished it like you would a cross-stitched piece over, like, say, sticky board. It's the same process. But I just used that fabric to kind of decorate the frame and make it more festive and fun. And I'm making quite a bit of these because the sofa table that I shared with you in previous videos, it's a long table that sits behind our sectional, has 2 long shelves, and I want to fill these fill the shelves with these. So I'll share a couple more with you that I've made. This is my oldest niece, Natalie, and Jonah, 1 year, trick-or-treating. She was a witch that year, and he was one of the Incredibles. And then this is one of my favorite pictures too. This is my husband Jeremy and my oldest Josh when he was Freddy Krueger, and my husband played for football at our local high school, and so he wore his jersey. He was a football player that year, and Josh was Freddy Krueger. I just love that picture. It's so fun. And then just some more. This is my niece and nephew. So cute. So yeah, so I'm making some of these to just display on those shelves during the Halloween season. But I really love how they turned out. Really cute. This is my youngest. When he was a baby, we love Disney, and Incredibles had a really big year where we were in Incredibles for several years in a row. But he was Jack Jack, and we spiked his hair that year, just like Jack Jack. So cute. So yeah, I've been working on that, and I'll include that in the tour if you guys want to see that Halloween decor tour. And then this picture I'll just share. It doesn't have any fabric in it, but this is me when I was little. You remember those masks? If you're old enough to remember, in the 70s, we had those plastic masks. I don't know if that's Snoopy or what, but I was probably 4 here. Isn't that fun? But I thought I would display that with the others during Halloween. So the next thing I will share is, let's see, is that everything non-stitching related? I think so. So I have been participating in a, it's called Threads of Deceit Cross-Stitch Murder Mystery. So it's a Victorian murder mystery SAL. And Lacey from the Sleepy Stitcher, you should go out and subscribe to her channel. And she posts, I think bi-monthly. She said she's trying to get videos out, but I love her content, and she shared in one of her previous videos that she had signed up for this SAL, and I was intrigued. So I went out and found it. You can go to, what's it called? I'll have to put it in the description box, how to find it on Facebook to go and join if you're interested. But when you join, you'll get this message that says, we're thrilled to have you join our exclusive murder mystery cross-stitch challenge. Over the next 6 weeks, you'll be immersed in a world of beautiful needlework, mysterious clues, and thrilling twists. Each week, you'll receive a carefully designed cross-stitch themed clue. Hidden within the stitches are the secrets you need to unravel the truth behind a chilling crime. So it's a 6-week project, as it says, and when you first sign up, you are asked to obviously pick a fabric, because you'll be each week they'll give you a project to stitch, and I have chosen this fabric here, and I'll tell you a little bit about the stitching too in a second. But this is, let's see, I wrote this down, 32 count Lugana, and the color is graham cracker. So it's just a really pretty beige with some light modeling in it. And another thing that you do when you sign up is you choose 5 colors. So I chose these, like this is 3740, it's like a purple color. 3031, it's like a brown. 3853, orange color. And 3051, this hunter green, and 973, yellow. So they're kind of fall themed in color, but you pick your fabric and your colors, and then you also pick your character. So there are 3 characters that you have to choose from. There's the lady of the house, and the cook, and the chambermaid. So I chose chambermaid. Lacey chose lady of the house. And so the story starts out the same for all 3 characters, but from the way I understand it, Arabella is one of the guests so the lady of the house hosts these stitching parties, and these fancy stitchy parties, and Arabella is one of her guests, and she was found murdered in the lady of the house's home, and she was slumped over in the drawing room. So it's kind of like a game of Clue. You have to stitch your pieces and try to find hidden clues in the stitching, and then it also has it shares a story of little things about the other characters that you meet along the way, and then just to try to lead you into solving the mystery. So this was the first week of stitching. So if you want to join, you still can. You still have plenty of time to stitch this. I think they released the first set of clues for the week. I don't know if they're going to do it twice a week. This past week they did, but I think it's just a Monday thing from here on out for the rest of the 6 weeks. But the first clue that we got was this row of flowers. So you were asked to stitch those and choose of your 5 colors that you chose. She recommended that you go with your 3 lightest colors to stitch these. So I used the purple, the orange, and the yellow to start. And you stitch that up, and it tells you a little bit about the story. So for the chambermaid, the butler, I guess I was upstairs cleaning one of the second floor, and the butler came and told me that they found Arabella's stitching piece that she was working on when they found her murdered, and this was it. It was a row of flowers. And so my character, the chambermaid, couldn't help but think that there was some kind of hidden meaning here, and obviously, of course, there was. And so it led to the garden, and she found a locket there, and the locket has a picture in it, and the story goes on and on. I won't reveal too much in case you want to play along and join. But this is so much fun. I'm having such a blast with Lacey, just comparing stories and notes and encouraging each other to get our stitching done, and just seeing what the colors each of us have chosen, and the fabrics and all that. It's just a fun thing. So if you are intrigued at all, go and sign up for this. It's really fun. It's been really fun. Actually, Lacey and I both said after we stitched this, we were kind of bummed on Wednesday when they didn't give us more stitching to do. So this has been a priority for me this month, and it will continue to be. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far. The next thing that I will share is just an update on Lizzie Kate. So with everything else that I've had going on this month with the decorating and the scrapbooking projects and the murder mystery SAL, I haven't had a whole lot of time to do any other stitching, but I have really tried to keep up with this project. This is Lizzie Kate Halloween Rules, and I've said in previous videos that I'm stitching each of these individually, and I am really trying to finish these before the end of the month because I want to create or make a banner to go along our hutch in the dining room or somewhere in the house. So I'm really feverishly working to try to get these things stitched. So the last time that I shared this, I had just finished Mind Your Mummy. And so now I have stitched the rest, like these two, and then this one. So I'll show you. So I finished Sit for a Spell. Where'd my board go? Oh, here it is. That was really fun. I love black cats. They get such a bad rap, but I love them. We had a cat. I'll just share that with you because it reminds me. We had a cat and we named him when he was a baby. Actually, there's a funny story with that. So my dad had a stray cat who was pregnant and was coming around the house. And I saw her one day on his porch, and I felt really sorry for her. And I left that day thinking, you know, I'm going to go over there again tomorrow. And if that cat is still there, I'm going to take her home and take care of her because I felt so bad for her. Well, that night, the mama cat had crawled in the back seat of one of their cars and had her babies in the back seat. And so my dad had called and told me about that. And I don't know what they had planned to do with them, but they were happy to allow me to take all of them off of their hands. And I did. I took the mama cat and all the babies home, and I cared for them until it was time to rehome them to good homes. We kept one of the kittens, and he was black, the only black one of the whole litter. And when he was a baby, he had white tufts of hair coming out of his ears, and he looked like a raccoon. And so we're big Disney fans, so we named him Miko. And Miko lived for 18 years. Can you believe that? Oh, I just love that cat. So we miss him. We have a dog now, Annie. I've shared about her in previous videos, but I do miss Miko. And to this day, I have a fondness for cats, black cats especially. So I finished Sit for a Spell. And I also started and finished Brew Some Fun since my last video. And I'm using all of the called for, and also all of the called for DMC, and also this is 14 count Ada Country Mocha. Vintage Country Mocha is what it is. And then Greet Your Ghost. I started and I haven't finished, but while I'm off today, I'm hoping to finish this one. And then I will only have 2 left. So I'm on Greet a Ghost. And I have these 2 left, and then plus the header, the free chart, that's the Halloween Rules header. So really 3 more parts. But this one, I decided to, the ghost right here, Greet a Ghost. I didn't really care for that ghost. So I went out online and I found a different little ghost pattern that was kind of the same size, and just changed him up. So I'm not finished stitching him, obviously, but I'm going to fill all of that in. And then this one comes with, I'll see if I can show you these together without showing the pattern. Each of these come with little buttons, and in this one, the buttons are actually on the eyes. So I think I will still put the buttons in the eyes, like this one, but recharted onto that ghost. And I'll go ahead and stitch the little eyeballs across the bottom to even everything up. But I really like how that's turning out. I'm not really good at recharting or, going off pattern. I usually stick with the pattern and stick with the called for, because I'm not very adventurous yet on feeling confident enough to choose my own colors. But I think that's pretty good, for not really knowing what I'm doing. So yeah, I will finish this up, and hopefully I can record another Flosstube in the month of October, like towards the end of the month. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I will have this banner finished to be able to show you that all finished and stitched up. So I think that's everything that I had to show stitching related. I know it doesn't seem like a whole lot. Like I said, I've been so busy with other things. There's just not enough time for crafting around here. With everything going on, I mean, don't we all wish we just had more time to just sit and stitch, or, craft or decorate or whatever we're all into. There's a couple of things that I will mention. Some people left some comments in previous videos about, somebody asked if I would be willing to share how I do my bows and things, and absolutely. This tree here I decorated for fall, and it was sitting in the entry until I changed it up for Halloween. So you can't really see with the sun, but I typically do, this is a lot of bows, a lot of ribbons. That's all I decorated this tree with was ribbons, and some like garland and picks and things. But for Christmas, I thought if you guys would be interested, I can decorate one of these trees and have one of my boys film it or set up a tripod or something and just show you how I make my bows, how I put them in the tree, and just kind of my thought process around how I decorate. If that's something that you would like to see, just put that down in the comments, and I would be certainly happy to film that for you and share that with you. I will probably be decorating for Christmas around middle of November. I like to have everything finished before Thanksgiving. I used to be, I know this is like controversial, but some people are like, nope, not decorating at all until after Thanksgiving. And I used to be one of those people. I did not want to have anything to do with Christmas until Thanksgiving was over. But as I've gotten older and have really come into my own as far as like just decorating and loving that process and just having my house, you know, festive, and when I decorate, I don't just put up a tree. I literally, there's every room in the house, including the boys' bedrooms with their own trees. There's something Christmassy in every single room in the house. And so for me, I realized over the years that for me, it just became a stress point to wait that long. And I mean, there were some Christmases where it was a week before Christmas and I was still trying to decorate. And so I realized that if I wanted to continue to decorate and, you know, make the house festive for our kids and grandkids and neighbors and, you know, any parties or anything for friends that were coming over to see, and just even if we didn't have anybody coming over, like I just like to see it. I really like the process of decorating, and then also just, you know, sitting in a cozy night under a blanket, watching a Hallmark Christmas movie with twinkly lights. I mean, it's just the best. So I realized that I needed to start earlier. And so that's when I switched from being a no Christmas before Thanksgiving to now I like to decorate around the second week of November. So the November 1st, all the Halloween stuff comes down, and I give my house a little bit of a breather for like a week or two, and I really deep clean and things, and then it starts. So around that time, if you guys would like for me to share some of that with you, I'd be more than happy to. I'm doing it anyway, so I'd be happy to share. Just let me know. Someone else, a couple of other people asked about this painting right here. Or it's not a painting, it's a print of a painting. And it's hard to see with the glare, so I apologize with that. I will put in some footage after I talk about this of it a little closer if you want to see. But my friend Jennifer Garrett, she is in California. She's an artist, and if you Google her, you will see that she is quite famous with her art. She is an incredible artist, and I found her many years ago when I was kind of into that Italian chef, you know, for like kitchen decor. And so I had collected a few of her platters and things. Her art is on basically anything: canvas, platters, pictures, plates, dinnerware. So I've collected a few of those pieces, and then over time, somehow we connected, and we've been friends ever since. So I actually have an original painting of hers that has a story of its own too. That's really cool. If you watched my fall house tour, you saw it on the wall. It's a picture of a chef riding a bicycle, and he has a daisy in his mouth, and he's got some chickens and things around, and it's like a French theme. I absolutely love that painting. But several years ago, we had like a little fan group going, and it's funny, we all became friends. So several of her fans are also friends of mine, and we follow each other on Facebook and keep up with each other. But through that process, she held a not a drawing. It was like just a contest, and each leg of the contest we had to do different things, and whoever was the winner of the contest won an original painting of hers. And I don't even know what the value is. I'm sure it's thousands of dollars. Or it's incredible. Go Google her name and just look at all the things that she's created over the years. It is absolutely phenomenal. But we had to do these things. And one thing was on Facebook, we had to change our profile picture to, we had to draw stick figures of ourselves and post that as our profile picture and leave it up for so amount of time. And if we got our friends to do it, that would give us some extra points. And so like all of our, lots of our friends and family for that period of time, we all had these stick figure drawings. I'm sure people thought we were just crazy. We did that. And then another leg of of this contest was, we had to write a short story about I can't even remember what the story was about. We had to write it. We had to be creative, and it had to include like certain kind of like Mad Libs, where it had to include some elements, but we could like put our own spin on it. And so I wrote a little short story, and I love English and just literature and like I was like. People say you're either really good at math or really good at English. I was really good at English, just grammar and proofreading and all of that. I love to do those things when I was in school. But anyway, so I had fun with that leg of the contest. And then the last thing that we had to do. So one of their favorite, her husband Tad, is one of their favorite movies is the Tenenbaums? Now I can't even remember. It's something the Tenenbaums or something. Anyway, it's this weird family. I wasn't familiar with the movie whenever this came out. I'm familiar with it now, but we had to dress up as a character on these, and these are some pretty crazy characters. I wish I had a picture I would show you because it was quite hilarious. We had to pick you had to get your family involved and dress up as these weird zany characters in this movie and go out in a public place and film or record yourself with all these people walking by or what, out in public dressed like this. Like, I'm sure people thought we were completely crazy. So what did we do? We dressed up and we went out on this main strip of highway with all these thousands of cars that passed by in rush hour, and we're dressed like this. I think, Natalie, if you're watching, I think I even got you involved, and you were dressed up that she's our niece. But it was fun. It was humiliating, but it was fun. And at the end of it, I won the contest. And so she picked me as the winner, and as the winner, I got to, she just randomly said, okay, I have these paintings, like original paintings, and you can pick any one you want. And so the one that's hanging in our kitchen there is the one I picked. And some of our other friends, some of the other fans of hers that we've become friends over time, she allowed them to pick a smaller version just as just for participating, because it was fun, and they got to pick an original as well. And so all that to say, I am a huge fan of hers. She's such a good friend of mine. And so, yeah, I have pieces of art like hers, prints of her art, and then the original that's hanging several places in the house. But I'll insert some footage so you can see that closer. Another thing about Jennifer is she likes to paint her friends in the paintings. And so you'll notice on this one, whenever I show you the footage, that above the cafe sign, there's 4 people with Mickey ears wearing a Mickey ear hats in the picture. And that's me and my husband, Jeremy, and our 2 youngest boys, Jonah and Jacob. So she painted us in this picture. This is a copy of the original, obviously. But yeah, it's so fun. My office and craft room here is kind of has a Disney theme. I don't know if you can see up here. I have maps, park maps in that are displayed here, and then a castle, Cinderella Castle at Magic Kingdom, and it's a cookie jar. But the rest of, I have shelves lining the rest of my office here and Disney memorabilia from previous trips. And so this painting had to hang here because we're in it with wearing our Mickey ears. So it's so fun. Let's see, I think there was one other thing that I wanted to share. Oh, I just wanted to say thank you to a few of you that have mentioned me on your channels, and also just give them a shout out so that you guys can go check them out and follow them. Rose Crafty Corner is Rolanda and Kylie, and they're relatively new to Flosstube. I wasn't familiar with them until they tagged me in the video, and so I went and checked them out, and they're so fun and funny. I subscribed, and I am really enjoying following along with them. But they started in January of this year, I believe, and they're on like video 18 or so. So give them a watch and a follow. They're from Australia, and they show their stitching and other crafts. And they're fun. They're really fun. You should check them out. I think, I don't think I said this before. If I did, I apologize. When you record these things, you know, and then you have to start over, I forget like what I've said and what I haven't. So this is like take 2. So I apologize if I've already said this, but there are a few people that, post daily videos in October that I'm really enjoying right now. One of them is Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches. She's also from Australia. She's doing 31 days of Halloween videos right now, and it's so fun. So she's stitching a calendar. I believe it's by Tiny Modernist, if I'm not mistaken. But each day there's a little like Halloween picture and then the number. So like day 1 was number 1, and it was like a black cat, and then 2 was some candy corn. And 3, I think she just stitched a moon with some bats. And so it's just, you know, just tiny little motifs with the number of the month. And every day she is stitching those and sharing with those in daily videos. And then she also spins a wheel, and it will select a Halloween piece that she can either start or continue working on, and she shows progress with that on her projects. And those are really fun because I really like Halloween stitching is one of my favorites in addition to Christmas, so I'm really enjoying her videos. And then I talked to you about Lacey already, the Sleepy Stitcher. She's the one that I was watching her videos and heard about the Mystery SAL. So go give her a follow. She's currently in Japan now with her kids and husband, and I love all of her stitching too. She does some full coverage pieces, which I've never done, but it's incredible to see others working on it, and I really have been enjoying not only following along with her progress, but like I said before, just being my partner in crime to try to solve that murder mystery with the Mystery SAL. It's been really fun. It's been a lot of fun. So go give Lacey a follow. And then a couple more that I'll mention that are not stitchy related, but they do daily videos in October on YouTube. They're fun. So one of them is the Pumpkin Queens. It's they do Vlogtober and an advent calendar. And this is Meghan with her daughter Juliet, and sometimes her son Nicholas also joins. But they have, so her kid's grandmother, it's her mother, I believe, is Grammy Di. And Grammy Di is so cool. She curates this advent calendar every year for them. I've followed them in the month of October for many years. But she goes and finds things. They're also huge Nightmare Before Christmas fans, which I am. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. And so Grammy Di goes and finds all these cute things, and sometimes it's just, you know, socks or shirts or, you know, things for the kitchen, or, you know, just little gifts that they can open. Sometimes it's a family gift, sometimes it's, you know, for Meghan or for one of the kids, and they open it on camera and share it with you, with their audience. And then they also have a calendar that they take a little ghost out of the calendar and put it up on the calendar each day, and it's like a little Advent tradition that they have. And it's fun. The videos are quick. It's only 5 or 10 minutes or so every day, but they're a lot of fun to follow. So if that's your thing, you should check them out. Another one, the last one that I'll mention, is Angie Belmar, Bellemare. She does a lot of not so scary Halloween decorating and crafting, and also for Christmas. She'll do daily videos in the month of October, and I believe also in December. And she'll take you along when she goes and does like decor hunting, and then she shows the decorating process, and just really, really fun to follow. So if that's your thing and you're looking for somebody new to follow, give her a watch, because she's really fun. She's in Canada. And then the last person that just mentioned me recently is Lynne at Those Missing Stitches. So she's a fellow scrapbooker, and she said that my albums here, my Allie Edwards albums, caught her eye. And she shares a lot of cross-stitch things, and also books that she's reading. So she's also new to me, and I subscribe to her and have been enjoying her videos as well. So go give Lynne a follow also. All of the people that I mentioned here are just a lot of fun to watch. So I think that's everything today. I feel like I've talked fast and furious. If it came across that way, I apologize. And hopefully the next time you see me, I'll have that banner finished from the Lizzie Kate Halloween rules, and I'll continue to be working on the Victorian murder mystery SAL, and hopefully we can solve that mystery in the next 6 weeks. But I'll share more of that as we go along, and that's it. I think I will probably, I'm still waiting on that fabric to start, if you're interested, because I said I was anxious to start it. The Judith Kirby houses, the Victorian houses, and I had to send a note and ask where that is, because I haven't received my fabric yet. I ordered it off Etsy. So I haven't started that project yet. If it comes, I'll start that one, because that's my unicorn chart. If you're not familiar with that, it's Victorian house number 9. I can't remember what the other one's, 15 maybe. But they're out of date now. They're like late 80s, early 90s patterns. Someone said that there's a website out there that someone has the rights to her patterns. I think they're based out of Michigan. I will put that down in the comment section if you're interested in looking into purchasing those, because they're a fun little trick-or-treater chart. So if I get that fabric, I'll start that one for sure. And hopefully I'll have some more, now that all the Halloween decorating and things is wrapping up and I'm finishing up with that stuff. I should have some more time to stitch this month, which I'm looking forward to. That's my favorite thing. And another reason why I like to decorate early is because I really like to get that out of the way so that I can sit and enjoy, you know, watching 31 Nights of Halloween with my boys, and stitching themed, seasonal things, seasonal stitches, and So hopefully I'll have some more time for that this month. But I need to pick up the Autumn Rules again by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Hopefully start Judith Kirby. My number one and number two priority are the Mystery SAL and Halloween Rules, or the Halloween Rules by Lizzie Kate. So I'll give you an update on those as well. But I think that's everything. Happy stitching, you guys. I'll catch you next time.